Okay. Oh, I can't hear myself. Check. Only microphone audio is being broadcasted. Cool. Nice. Okay. I've got nobody here now, but maybe you're watching this and it's you're watching this in the future. In which case, thanks for rewinding and seeing what we're all about. I have a feeling I need to turn down the music a little bit. All right. Okay. Now we can officially begin. Okay, so here we are in my captain's quarters, aboard my very own spaceship. Antibiotics, secret lab. Huh. So I guess I collect stuff on the missions I've done. Unless I was there the whole time and I didn't notice. Oh, no, this is new too, yeah, so I do collect. This is from another mission I did. That's fun, like little trophies, like Batman. This is my ship, these are my crewmates. This is Felix. Sometimes I call him Floyd because I can't remember.
Good to see you, boss.
He's a little bit of an idiot. How'd you end up on the groundbreaker? Let's not talk to him right now. There's Sam, S-A-M. There he is.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
That's Ada. She is the computer pilot.
Every Sam unit comes lean, mean, and ready to clean.
Sam's the best. Good work, Sam.
Thank you, customer. This area is utterly filthy.
Wow. I don't want to fire him. No, I'm just going to talk to him later. So this is a role-playing game. A new role-playing game, and it is very excellent. Oops. I've assumed the role of this character who has woken up from cryo-sleep, adrift in space. I'm trying to rescue all the other people that were trapped in cryo-sleep. So now I'm heading down to help out this wacky scientist guy. Phineas. Phineas contacted the broker through a well-known monarch big game hunter named Nyoka. She frequents the yacht clubs. I think we'll talk to her about some intel. So he's basically against the big government corporations that are running basically space. We're gonna head on over there. So right now we're on the Groundbreaker, a independent orbital station. Terra 2 is a nice planet. I haven't even been to his lab yet. Can't go there, don't wanna go there. I could go here, I haven't even been there, I didn't even know I could go there. I could go here too. All these new places. This game has just been so interesting so far. I've taken it so slow because I've just enjoyed very much learning about the areas. Let's go to this asteroid. I can barely go to an asteroid.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Very cool. Yeah, let's check it out. I'm gonna take Homeboy with me. We seem to be in business. Got my coffee. And so if anybody's out there, if anybody clicked on and has rewound to see what I was up to this morning, just playing the Outer Worlds. Whoa. Got my morning coffee, and it's going to be an all-day gaming marathon. So I got some other games we'll play later on. Right now.
Space, isn't it? Empty,
how are we out here?
silent. Never thought I'd see the like.
Oh.
I'd look up at night, but...
Let's get fresh.
These are my two companions. This is my favorite chick. She's so cool. Gravity seems fine. Air seems fine. I guess it's like a futuristic colony on here. This is really cool. Let's check it out, guys. The game rewards you for exploring and having conversations with people, which is very good for a role-playing game. It hasn't felt very linear and railroaded. It doesn't feel like I'm forced into one way to play or one mission to play. There's been a lot. All these different missions that you can do right now. I've done all these ones already. And it's just been a very fascinating world. I helped this girl out with her relationship problems. And now I'm just checking out an asteroid. I think it's like a... it's a mining, like they used to mine here. But now, it's either abandoned or overrun by robots, yes.
Security, but...
Take some medicine real quick. This was very reckless of me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oops. Take one of these. And... use a health pack that you can wind up addicted to them if you use too many. Which is pretty ridiculous.
Everyone all right?
Okay, these robots are tougher than they seem. I can use armor parts to upgrade my armor. I think if I encounter any more monsters, I'm just gonna turn around. Here's something.
Muting volume now.
Oh. Nope. Bye. Are you ready for this? gonna happen right now. Going back to the ship. Gonna go to the real place I'm supposed to go.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge? Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope? When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I...
No,
See you soon.
that's weird.
I don't know that you should be listening to those serials with Felix. They're gonna give you funny ideas about human-mechanical relationships that I won't explain. Oh, Captain! Just doing some routine maintenance on our automech, friend. Don't mind me. Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big.
Okay. See, this chick always has some sort of personal problems to sort out, so let's help her with
I
that.
was thinking about what you said before, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right.
Which was to
I
go
think I'm
talk
ready
to your
stop
crush.
fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out.
Yes.
And
Thank
I'm
you.
thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
This is my ship. Bring it home to meet the family, huh?
Oh gosh, do you think so?
Yeah.
I just figured, you know, there's nowhere she can go on Groundbreaker where folks don't know her. Here she can relax.
Yeah, I want to help.
I was kind of hoping you'd offer.
Sure.
The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease, and I ain't showered in nigh on a week.
Why haven't you showered?
Smell
We
like
have a
sweat
shower.
most days, and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies. Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys? She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I want to come with.
You got it, girl. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get you all dolled up. Asteroid was cool and all, but a little scary.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Let's take them both. Let's see how they react going on this mission together. Yeah, come on. We running. Customs.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Sugar Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12%
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
No.
I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Cinnamon. Mock apple and cinnamon. Wowzers.
Gosh, we never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny miny moe it?
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
Like grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you mean? Well, that's a smell that means we're really going places.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. Anytime.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets. Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Okay, so my current mission is to be helping this girl impress her date. This is exactly what I expected my space western to be like. It is entirely my choice, though. I am heavily interested in this person's romance.
Pick up any more strays while you were out? I suppose if the crew's quarters fill up, we could hang hammocks in the cargo hold.
Oh, she's rude. Okay, we're headed to this place. Morning Dangerous. Stellar Bay.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Whoa. Get a better view. Whoop, that's worse. Wowzers. As far as I understand, this is a gas giant, and they run a mining operation. They harvest the gas. Somehow. Let's find out. Take these two. So, I don't really even know what I'm doing here. I just need to talk to this person about something. Whoa. That's nuts, man. Information broker promised to find the location of the chemicals needed by Phineas. Okay. So, I don't really know what he needs these chemicals for. To, I suppose, assist in the main goal, which is to free the other people stuck in cryosleep.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic, us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure. Isn't so strict about the... Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Did he just say raptidons and cannibals? I can't wait.
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for... or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. I'll be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? I couldn't really say. I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Boss, come on. Black Hole Birdie, the Hole Meister, the Hack Attack.
That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You've been living in a sulfur pit or something? Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay. Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being... Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak. Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy? He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the... I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me. Thank you. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Crazy. Looks like poison.
I always wanted to visit Stellar Bay. Taking the sights, the sounds, the... Wait, what's that smell?
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps.
This guy was excited. Let's fucking do it.
You got it, Captain!
Oh. It's not working.
Down they go! You okay, Captain?
Looks like we're doing this!
Like this one. Boom.
Everyone all right?
Okay, well. I have to.
Boss, get behind me!
Why did they follow me? game is so detailed that it's so interesting just to explore. Look at this. It's crazy. I'm heading to Amber Heights. I'm gonna find this lady who's gonna give us this chemical so we can rescue the rest of the people lost in space. Oh, there's some bad guys.
Got it. Heads down.
I can play with my new toy.
Here they come!
Whoops. Doing the trick. Whoops.
That's the last of him!
16 armor, what do I have? 13, okay. Heavy armor. Cool. There's some mean monsters around here. I haven't tried this one yet. This place.
Looks like we're doing this! Everyone all right?
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
That's whack.
I'm so sorry. It's a habit, I suppose. We used to have plenty, but we ran out of paper and ink. Ever since the corporations left, it's been hard to come by the basics. But you know what we do have? Freedom! This is the only place in Halcyon you'll find it. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
Huh.
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep. That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them. The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Seems like a nice little town. Except for all the dead critters.
This place wasn't half so pretty in the serials.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger? Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain.
He's not a little
Call
boy.
me Tucker. You here to join the
He's not listening
iconoclasts?
at all.
Help us free this world?
You're just a little boy?
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades. No matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision. According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you. She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time? You're right. I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste
The infamous Amber Heights.
Everybody here looks wore out. Is it just me?
Get away. This armor itches something awful. You meditate today? If not, you should.
Taking in the scenery?
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the captain how grateful we are, Tut Tut.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I left. Then I'm going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll get that silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right? What a sour thing to say. My little boy will always need me. I'm his mama, you know.
Yikes.
Mama, what I need is for you to listen to what I want for once. But that's between us. Now you promised the captain a reward, so settle up. Then you and me are gonna have a long talk.
Here, kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my tuk-tuk home safe again.
Alright, for sure. Good luck. Okay. Now we have to talk to the lady of the yacht club. Actually, I don't know if it's a lady. The person. At the yacht club. Is it here? Yes. It is a lady. Oh, I guess I'm just assuming that.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby wrapped stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Actually, I'm here on business.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head. More than you have, I suspect. I plan to sit here and drink until I find myself awoken sober.
Well, okay.
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set. I know they make me see straight for a little while. You gonna get me a dose or what?
This would be the person I have to find. Crazy doctor. Send me to find. Probably expensive.
Velma seem out of sorts to you? She's always cranky.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Oof.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? Bless your little heart, you must mean caffeinoid. If it's pep you need, one pill does the deed. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for? I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra? Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail? Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI, contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much, and you know me, dearie, I don't like to pry. I'm afraid it'll be the better part of a month. Our dear Nyoka, believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you, but there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. The one upstairs, where we store our medicines. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man. It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties.
You're gonna go tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie. Chin up, dearie.
So what are my options?
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged. Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna. Oh, a shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg-aged whiskey for an occasion like this.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments.
Huh.
I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's... Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals. I have people to look after. I need to be practical.
That's why Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Are you out of your mind? You can't just go crawling back to your old masters.
But we can't continue to subsist like this either.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon.
I was starting to get bored listening to you, until you said the phrase, extremely powerful ordnance.
It is quite the rush. I'll need to gather some supplemental materials.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. So taciturn, so dour. I'll be waiting with bated breath. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you? I see. And was his Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you? Then it's good that I keep such I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws. Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1. Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out. Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to, but there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up. It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Word of advice, Sanjar. If Parvati's got something to say, you do well to listen close.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
And we're back.
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Interesting.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
No, I never knew. Oh, do you wanna...
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a fair deal.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
Well, I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, he'll own your dignity too.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. I fear the MSI citizens who've been dissolved into Raptidon Cud would disagree with you. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations. What can I do for you?
Smells like rat in here. Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian.
Trust me, this is worse.
You too. I mean, spooky games. Be the perfect thing to do. Have the spooky shooter. That'll be fun.
Whew. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the cannery.
We gotta go exploring. I want to see some savages.
Jackass is incoming! Nice hit!
That didn't work!
Ooh, that had to hurt! Ah!
Oh.
Everyone all right?
Here they come! That's smart!
Get off! Get off! Got him, boss!
This is bad! It burns! That's gotta hurt.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. Oh boy. Okay, this way. Oh man, they're freaking everywhere. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Be very, very quiet. Okay, I got this. I got this. Okay. Oh, oh. Okay. Very sneaky. Oh shoot. Oh, I need to go in there. Jeez. Get in. Okay, whatever. Ooh, you scared me. Face mask. That's cool. A lot of stuff in here.
Hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can rats hear boots?
Oh god.
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Mantiqueen showed up. Then Raptidons. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here, and, now the door's locked. Little help?
Little help?
It's easier than it sounds, alright? Next time you get chased by Raptidons, you let me know the rationality of your decisions. Phew. Thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched.
Munched?
I'll look for a dead guy, I guess.
Not
or
munched.
a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly.
Hey, Smoosh.
Gross.
There must be a way to open it from the inside.
What do you mean? It's locked.
Oh, I guess you would know by now. Right, okay, try turning the handle.
Wait, upward?
No.
Oh, my eternal
No! Oh,
Thank
gosh.
you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out
Okay.
here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
Oh, please tell me I can have her join my crew. I am just itching for a band of imbeciles, because my other two people are definitely not. Okay, you're trying to travel. Good luck. This really is the best part about this game. I want to ask for something. Let's just
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend? But I ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah.
How's about a heaping helping of appreciation and respect?
Enter non-negotiable by you, only recompense. Give me this, can't buy you ammo. I don't know, I wanted her to join me.
Ah, shit. I wouldn't have agreed to be saved if I'd known that. Alright, here.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot, mister.
Nice. Another flamethrower. Wait, flamethrower ammo? Oh yeah. Boom. Okay, Sandra's been a bad habit. Okay, so this is just a bad review. That's what they want. That's what he wants deleted. Crazy. I knew he was just gonna be selfish. Hacker man. Wow. Dora says red light forbidden. Navigation skills are top notch. Dora, that wasn't the girl in his office, was it? Should I delete it? I mean, I knew he was just gonna be a selfish dude. I don't have any reason to help him other than I don't know, I just wanna have a good squad to have my back. Yeah, I'll help him out. Okay, I don't think I can fast travel. Nope. Okay, just gonna run for it. Yo, hang on a second. It actually looks like the Extra Life website might have got hacked. Yo, my account is gone. Not my account, my page. Boy, oh boy. That would be the worst. Someone on Reddit said they think that's what happened. My account's still there, but my page is gone. What the heck? Well, I guess we'll see.
Help! Someone's been killed!
Who's been killed?
I think I'm gonna be sick. I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
A murder? Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
Well, hopefully everything will be okay. Anyway, this betting slip was in... Oh. Somebody got in trouble with some gambling. He was about to run away. Okay, so that did count. Okay, well, back on the main mission track. Let's get back to... Wait. Radio free. To cure her hangover. So that way she will help me get the chemicals needed for saving my friends.
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Never mind.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium.
So that's what I have to get from his office, which I cannot get into without a key. Let's do all other stuff. Okay, so I have to find his body with the key in it to get into that machine.
Here we go! Down they go! Ah! Get it off! Get it off!
Everyone all right?
Mm-hmm.
feels like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
Exploring some ruins, killing some monsters. All we're missing is theme music.
We got a band of idiots. Okay, we must be getting the wrong way. Wait. Body's right there. Level up. There's my man. I understand. Ooh. Should headshot. Dialogue skills. That's always handy. Consumable weights. Health restored per kill. Health restored per kill. Or time dilation restored. I like that. That's a very good one. Cool. I'm a positive guy. Let's do it. That'd be better armor than this. 31 and 16. 13. That just looks so cool. Can't see it anyway. Oh. What? Ooh. Oh wait, I was here earlier.
What was your family like, Felix? Did you ever know him?
I never knew him. I was a stowaway. That's what they call orphans who grow up in the back bays.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I must have been lonesome.
Come on, Parvati, who you talking to? Imagine me pining after my family. Yeah, I suppose I was a touch lonesome. But hey, look at me now. I made it. I got a ship and everything.
Best friends. Okay. Stellar Bay. It's nuts, man. Look. Nope. This feels weird, actually. I was gonna do something cooler, like wear a fun hat. I don't have any fun hats.
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
Hello again, dearie. What can I get you?
Oh boy.
And what a helpful young man you are. Who's your lucky friend? It's none of my business. No.
We've been through this already.
If so, I would love to know. Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you. But there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams, man.
Thought he had. Oh. Oh. Is this a choice all along? I don't want to do that. I need to get into his office or whatever. It's just, I don't want to do that. I need to talk to her again and see if... I thought they said there was a way I could use the computer to... Obviously I can log into his account, or I need to make a new account, but I can't, so
Hello
how can
again, dearie. What can I get you? Such a pity, isn't it?
Such a pity.
Oh, and to keep an extra key to the supply room. Careless experimentation.
Alright, well, I either intimidate her or take the stuff, so I'm just gonna take it. Hopefully nobody ever finds out. Hey, I looked upstairs and your caffeinone is missing, sorry. Oops.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean...
Ah, the charmer. All of the above?
Oh boy.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go. Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's
Do I want her
Peak.
to come with me?
It's
I don't
south
think so.
and west. Mostly follow the road till you're past Fallbrook, then look for caverns in the mountain. If you ain't into spelunking, there's a western slope past Rotting River, but it's dangerous ground. A lot of things that'll want to eat you there. Good luck.
She went right back to drinking. Yeah, I'll take her.
Suppose drinking on... That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
A real big game hunter. You gotta give me some pointers. So, Mioka, what's the ugliest thing
her
you
feelings.
ever
She just
killed?
took off.
Oh, I still have nightmares about this one. Fiercest, most foul creature I've ever faced. Just shy of 7...
Well, oh no, I wanted to hear it. Tell your story. Whoops, I didn't know I could do that. Sorry. Jeez.
Can we talk?
Oh, okay.
Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help.
Whack. Okay, whatever. Thanks for the compliment, I think.
Well, we'll see about that. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous. Nothing we can't handle. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were. First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry. Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together. Thanks, Cap.
Not actually right now. Get a little bit closer. do it.
I am a storm!
Walking, go!
Here I come!
Yo, you're crazy. Yep.
Careful, you're hurt! Nice hit! Be careful, damn it! We're done here.
Man, I need a flamethrower. Shoot, I forgot I had it. Gotta replace, yeah, there's not gonna be any robots here. Sort by damage. A new flaw, nearsighted. I get a perk point, but my ranged weapon skill goes down by 10. No. Let's continue. Oh.
Must be MSI's work. They got a knack for burning bridges.
You say, gang? Whoop! I say no.
Take cover!
Great. Okay. I mean, there was definitely reason to believe I could walk on that, right? Boy, oh boy. Dang. Okay. My extra life page is gone. That's okay.
Good old Stellar Bay.
Still marathon
Only
and
place
ahead.
on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Oh, never got to... Hey, and this time it'll come in handy. 34. 2 of them. I can't tell I equip this one. Okay, well we got a flamethrower. There's the desert eagle thing. Let's do my hammer, but it won't let me. Oh, because I was holding it. Ah, there we go. Perfect. We're gonna go the adventure way.
Got it. Heads down.
The adventure way looks dangerous. Whoops. This was a bad idea. You do it that way. I have to fight through these guys. I do.
There you go!
I don't think that's working, boss! Everyone all right?
Of course. Of course. Whoa. Come on.
In one piece?
Must be MSI's work. They got a knack for burning bridges.
Well. Oh man, got me that time.
Solid
Huh?
kill.
That was your fault. Smells nice. I want to eat some of that. I think I'm going to take a break soon for lunch. And to download some other games to play. I think when it gets dark, I'm going to play the spooky shooty game. The one that's like a roller coaster. The Until Dawn. Rush of Blood. It's going to be quite the... Oh man, I'm all the way back here again? Okay. Last try. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Bow, bow, bow. Luna. Oh, let's let the people see you. Look. Look at you. This will make people want to donate. Donate to the Extra Life Fund, except my page seems to be non-responsive. But I'm trying to remain positive. Forget that there seems to be something wrong with their website. That's okay. I've raised $60 so far. 2 donors. Thank you to the 2. I can't see who the second one is because my page hasn't loaded. The first one is Dear Miss Wisa. Thank you very much. Very encouraging while I'm fighting these big monsters.
Nice hit!
Oh, hold on. Bam. Bam. Oh, this is the mantic thing she was talking about.
Everyone alright?
Easy peasy. Set them on fire. Can someone help me with that? Stop, drop, and roll. Jeez. Luna. Come join me. Okay. So I have this dodge ability that I have to remember when I start hearing those bomb noises. Be careful. One was here. There it is. If I can shoot it. Nice. They're acid bombs too. Who does that? Nope. Ah, got me. I have to really know where they are in order to dodge it the right way. Okay, can you just get comfortable? Next one was up here. Shoot. Body attributes +1. Oh, I keep forgetting. Yeah, okay, chill. Chill. No! That time it was Luna's fault. Stop being so cute, you're distracting me. Guys, I'm really having a hard time here.
All right, here we go.
And that's how it's done, Captain.
I gotta be getting close, right? No, I should just stay on the path. This is how I keep... Oh, wait, no, the path was blocked, wasn't it? This path was blocked. Oh, boy. Having a hard time with this. Okay. Oops. Okay. Just stay on the path, left at the fork. I got this. Left? This way? It's gotta be.
Watch it. These pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off.
Watch your step around those pools, boss.
I got it, guys. Come on, chill. Oh, there's that broken bridge I fell off. Cool.
We're doing this. Gotta get past that armor.
Nice one.
Oh, good, boss. Try another weapon.
What? He's telling me that. Burning alive.
Still got it.
Please tell me I can travel here. Yes. What do you think this is?
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink.
Oh,
We're only
okay.
halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
We're only halfway.
You hiding? Oh. We're in for it now.
Uh-oh, dang. These guys are mean.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in. Here they come!
I've been waiting for this!
That's the last of them. Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot.
I do.
Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending. This might be tough.
Take him down!
Making tracks.
I made a mistake.
On your left, boss!
And I'm gonna do it. I made a huge mistake. Oh, come on. Dang.
No!
Okay. Despite our big guns, these monsters are bigger. Am I alone? I'm alone. Except for Nuno. Nuno, what should I do? How am I gonna fight these big monsters? She said, go there if you fancy being shot, not if you fancy being eaten by a monster. Okay, well, it's not all the way back again.
Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending.
No, I want to ascend here. I think it's just gonna go to some little place. Wait, no.
Love a good brawl!
Solid kill! Get away! Careful, you're hurt! That's the last of them. I call this Rotting River, on account of all the dead things I've thrown in it over the years. It'll take you into the Devil's Peak Caverns if you follow it under the bridge. That's one option. Others the slope up. If you're up for some fun, let's chat.
No.
Incoming! Nice hit! Can't get past that armor! The caves back east are safest. We can head up this path if you want to shoot your way through a few nightmares on your way up.
No. I think I'm all done with that.
Look up. That makeshift bridge, we gotta cross it. First we go under, then hook around to the left, then up and over.
Got it. Heads down.
Oh, that...
Man.
It's the last of him.
Like that. Man. I guess, help for Joe, that'd be nice. Get in the water. Fire out. Made it.
Tunnel here.
Okay, all the way around.
Ah, shit. That's a big one. We can tiptoe around to the left or go in guns blazing.
Mega.
Up to you. I vote the latter.
Yeah. What? Wait.
The hell? Look up. What's he doing up there?
Who? Oh. Whoa.
Little help here so we both don't die?
Nope. What?
Damn, but we're good.
Yeah, get me out of here. Yeah. Yeah. And here we are.
And here we are.
Oh.
Told you we'd make it in one piece. Station ain't too far now.
Hey, you! Get over here! There are marauders up ahead!
Wonder if Hiram... Oh, no. How the hell did marauders navigate the caverns?
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering, we don't take kindly to marauders. A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be true. You're clear, but I would caution you against pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders, you know. I take it you ain't met the other C3s. Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You want more details? You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast, by the edge of the mountain. There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually. Go petition the boss man. Maybe you can convince him to alter my duties.
Duties.
Quit bothering me. I gotta keep an eye on the area, sans distractions.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go in. We can get up there and around, right? Oh boy. Yeah, this way I cannot sneak. Maybe I can sneak the other way. What? What did you say? Whoop.
Coming, Captain! Nice hit! Good score! Can't get past that armor! That's the last of them.
Hmm. Whoa. Yes. Flip through it in a sec, actually. Here we go. Doesn't seem to be any other way. Let me try saving it. And then maybe if I happen to make it through. That's dark.
Working, boss! That'll learn him! Next to your left!
My armor is messed up.
You hiding? You scared? Jackass isn't coming!
Don't mess with us.
Ooh.
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
Ooh. Did I do that?
may not realize this, being as you're an outsider,
Whoops.
but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get so leave already.
Can't? We'll see about that. We're not getting through.
Nobody messes with you, boss!
Nothing like a drug test. Here's the elevator, but it ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast. No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that, aside from you. Sini, I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Aside from the bits I'll be paying you, you said you wanted something from me. Something information related. I'll give it to you in person once I'm safe. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently.
See what I can do.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
To shreds, you say? Nice hit! Everyone all right? That's the last of them, I think.
Okay, now hang on. That was kind of a waste.
Sorry,
It's there to reload. That's the worst. I guess it wasn't a total waste.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on in.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. My compliments on your improvised utilization of the fire suppressant system. I would expect nothing less from one of Nyoka's associates.
As usual, I'll take that as a compliment.
Of course. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But, I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here? If you insist. As I was telling you before, I am the premier broker for all of Monarch. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing Raptidons off your stoop.
Have you seen Doc Wells? The guy's ancient. You take any more time and he's liable to croak.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. The bandwidth. There's too much blasted background noise. Nothing gets through but their local broadcasts. Which, of course, has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from his office in MSI's headquarters in the center of town. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded business orders to off-world companies. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had a deal and he's broadcasting ceaselessly. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end. Do what you like. Just don't tell me about it after. I enjoy sleeping at night. Is that a trick question? Of course. Well, how low you seemingly regard my trade. Sure.